Lord Beardo here, bringing you a brand new Clash of Clans. Was that enough energy? That's energy right there. So here we are, guys, at a pivotal moment in the game. Right before the updates come out, you wonder and think to yourself, what do I upgrade next? What should I do? Who out there knows the secrets to the update? Now that video is not this video. This is for those who are going to remember how great the glory days of using balloons were. It is hard for me to believe that this game is going to keep being so loon crazy in both town hall, I said all, not just both, but all town halls from 9 to 10 to 11. But, you know, we just got our hounds, we just got our haste spells, and all around, I wish the game wasn't, I hope it doesn't change for 9s. I just got to the moment where now I have all the troops I need to just crush bases like this. Man, for everybody who's a Town Hall 9 in this game, and it's their very first time playing it through, just be so incredibly happy where you're at in this game. Don't worry about gems or things you don't own, because the days of 9 now are 10 times better than what they were my first time through. So, you know, you're gonna slide up in here with the queen and go ahead and take down the air defense and that tower. That is the last bit of defense that you needed from her, but she still got to an archer tower. Here comes, look at this, looks like a sweep play as a running back. They just flew right in front of all those balloons blocking. Just, oh man, the game is so much fun now. And you know, we went down to the San Francisco Clash Royale, and they hate on the Clash of Clans, man. They think it's dead. I don't believe it's dead. It's been around for so long. It's actually more fun than it used to be. It just needs a little bit of spice and flavor. And, you know, everybody's saying the biggest update, the biggest update, the biggest update. We'll see. I mean, the Town Hall 11, massive update. The update where they did the bowlers, the miners, and the baby dragons. I mean, come on, look at all those troops, and they're in so many of the meta attacks. The baby dragons are great for funnel. That cured funneling. It cured, you know, loot raids in Town Hall 11's. Like, come on, the balloons, like, everything has been so much fun. The one thing that I wish they would do in the game is fix some of the AI. Make the people smarter. Make your heroes more agile. Give them more abilities or different abilities. Let them do specific things. If you're using a specific army type, you want certain things out of your heroes, and sometimes they're completely useless. So I'm all for adding more defenses if you add more constructive offensive play. You know, you have to balance it out. Sometimes they get a little crazy, and it makes the game way harder after an update until everybody gets all their stuff up, and then I feel like it balances itself out. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just rambling here. The focus was to just absolutely love on these balloons and love on those hounds. I mean, every one of these fights comes down to the last minute. I mean, look at that. 3 minutes and 53 or 54 seconds. What's that? Like 6 seconds left in the raid. It was so close. And, you know, really, you don't need much. You just need your hounds to level 2, your balloons to level 6, and you're pretty much ready to go. You only use 2 minions, so as long as your hounds and your loons are up and you have your spells up, it's pretty much a wrap on these bases. You can farm with this, you can war with this, you can friendly challenge with people. Same thing, make a line of them, bring in the blockers. You gotta let them come in from behind on the balloons. They're gonna soak up all the smashing, and then, you know, it's just coming down to spell placement. And these raids seem to go slow enough where, like, that raid spell right there, absolutely horrible. I raged them to move to 1 air defense, 1 other piece of defense. I guess that wasn't too bad. It snuck around the whole town hall, but I felt like I could have probably done that with the haste spells. It's almost like used your haste spells early when there's a lot of them to tank, and then use the, well, see, and even that's tough to say, because sometimes you want to rage everything when they're in a huge big bulk. The one thing I do have to say is I enjoy the heal spell at the end. Now watch, right here I could use a rage, but they'll probably still die, and they won't get through all of the archers, but instead you heal them up. And when the heal spell is dropped, is always on the last wizard tower. And there's one that I have in the very end. Oh, it's heartbreaking. I don't even know if I'm actually going to play that one in this video. It's so heartbreaking. It was such a great raid. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. You guys let me know if you want to see some more loon raids. If you're running loon raids out there in your Town Hall 9, hit the thumbs up and let me know. Definitely drop a comment in and let me hear where the loon raiders are at. Or are you guys just simply getting in with the Valkyries and getting in with the Giants and, you know, using the HB? It's like, at this point, if you really need to go for heroes and you're going for Dark Elixir, you can use Giants and Goblins and really go as low as like 300, I think 270 is my Dark Elixir raid. It's low. No, I think it's 500 because I used the Quake spells. Quakes open up the whole inside now. Really easy to use at the Giants, but the loons are for war, they're for pushing, and if you really stack up and go for the massive whale bases and hit that next as much as you possibly can. And that's really going to be where it's at, man. This game, honestly, man, this game is as fun as it's ever been. I just today alone had the most fun on my Town Hall 9 account than I've had since I started playing the game. And I feel like I always tell people that whenever they're like, oh man, you know, will it be better at that point in the game? I'm like, yes, it always gets more fun as you get better troops, as you get better heroes, mainly better heroes. When you get really good heroes, you can start jumping on all sorts of challenges. I know everybody's out there doing different stream night challenges from Monday through Sunday, and you could definitely sign up for all sorts of things. So if you think you're rocking and rolling and you're doing well in your war hits, there is a spot for you. So drop your name at the bottom. I'll connect you with the right people. Now let's move forward into this attack right here. Now this one is just a mopping. When you come into a 9 and is just a baby 9 and you have the troops that are maxed out for 9 for this Lava Hound raid, you can just beat through these bases. So if you are, you know, you have your level 1 hounds or your level, well, you need level 6 loons. You don't do these raids without the level 6 loons. Once you get the loons in Town Hall 9, you can then get the hounds and you can fight bases of this caliber. But once you max those out, once you get them to the level 2 hound and get the haste spells and all that, you can crush the top 9s with barely having any heroes, just really good planning. And it's just a fun attack. I was talking with my brother about it, and he plays, he's pretty good. He's been playing all the way through, pretty much just staying up with the meta raid. I'll tell him what to use. I'll be like, dude, go with these, the loons are crushing it now. He'll upgrade them and he'll call me back like a month and a half later like, dude, they really are crushing right now. I don't even have to think. I just make a line of loons, send the hounds in, and you know, when you're playing this game and you're farming, you don't want it to be stressful. You want to be able to attack and really crush a base, even if you don't 3-star all the time. You just don't want to think, you don't want to have to think all the time for the loot raids. And I think they did a good job by balancing out the loons for this. I mean, just coming in and crushing a 9 like this would have been such a difficult and complex raid. Jump spells and giants and all these different things that has to do with the walls. It's almost like they cared more about the walls than they did about anything else in the game. And the loons allow you to care more about base design and spell placement. It allows you to practice a little bit better. So don't change the loons, Supercell. You don't tune in, but if you did, I would be screaming that not to change the loons. Maybe change them in Town Hall 11 and up at the top of the game. Make them a little bit more difficult to use, though I do think they're going to get better if they don't do a very specific air defense thing. As long as they keep it the way it is, I think they'll open up the game to other raiding styles, and that would just kind of like get people over the hump of using the loons. I kind of feel like that's what happened with the Valkyries. Like, 8 months out of last year or whenever that was that they buffed the Valkyries twice. It was like every single raid. I mean, that's what generated the ring style base. That's what opened up every base. And then they started putting the town halls in the middle. So it was like, even that's how they cured the Valkyrie raid, because they were just running amok and it just got crazy. There was nothing you could do. But once the loons came out, now you see more loon style raids and more people using defenses to stop the loons, not so much at the Valkyries. I guess in Town Hall 9 there's a lot of Valkyrie play too. I'm just kind of standing from like a Town Hall 11 standpoint, and I haven't really gotten into my defensive design for my 9. I was actually looking at that today. My goal was to get all my defenses, all my offense done for like really good mid-9 war play with the HB, and then I just waited for the loons now. I'll probably get my heroes up to about 15 or 20 and then really start working on my defenses. Taking this account a little slow. I want to stick with all you guys down here and not play it too crazy. And yeah, man, just crushing these bases. Look at this. This is stacked up. Got a bunch of Dark Elixir. Now, this raid is over 1,000 in Dark Elixir, which isn't a big concern once you move up higher in your leagues. And that's what I was so excited about this actual raid for, so I could push further and further and further as a Town Hall 9, as high as I can get to get that league bonus, and not so much mess around with any of these like super cheap Dark Elixir raids. And this is one of them, man. 1,000 I feel like is my cap in a 9, because 500, 400 is cheap. 1,000 is my cap. If I can't, get a really good raid off with a whole bunch of trophies and a whole bunch of loot for 1,000 Dark Elixir, that's a bit upsetting. It's just a tad bit upsetting. But guys, let me know, man. I'm sure everyone out there is using the loon raids. I know there's a bunch of different styles of loon raids out there. This is one that I was just messing with today. If you have a different style, or know that like, okay, if the air defenses are tucked inside more, you're going to want to go in a kill squad, drop down that comp on the bottom. I would love to hear what you guys are using. Peace out, beardos. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out, and we will be talking to you very soon. Peace.